Good day to you, GPT-5 connoisseurs. Most people think ChatGPT is good for writing emails or summaries, and sure, it can do that. But that's like asking Einstein to mow your lawn. You're missing the real power here. Because ChatGPT can do things that seem insane, like things that make you stop and go, wait, it can really do that? Since when? So in this video, I'm going to show you 6 unique things ChatGPT can do that I've used myself. And I have to say, we're honestly cooked. And the first one is running multi-step workflows. Now here's what most people do. They fire one question at ChatGPT, they take the answer, they copy-paste it, and then they stop there. But that's like asking a chef to chop onions and never letting him cook the full meal. The real deal is when you chain tasks together. For example, I wanted to create a cooking ebook for busy parents. First, I tell it to create an outline for the book, a table of contents with all the chapters and recipes. Then I tell it to choose an acceptable tone to write the first page in. If I like it, it stays. If not, we continue iterating. I have it write each page from the outline one by one until the book is ready. And finally, I have it generate some book covers so I can choose the best one. Then I'll pop it into Canva with some good ebook templates. I'll add some stock images of food and I'll polish it. Voila, book's done. And that's just one example. You can do insane stuff with ChatGPT if you would simply understand that you have to plan the whole thing and execute it step by step. Now here's the second thing GPT does so well with slaps. Number 2, understanding and analyzing long documents. Let me paint the picture. You've got an 80-page PDF, a deadline tomorrow, and your coffee is getting cold. Normally, you'd skim a few pages, get overwhelmed, shove it aside, and cry in your pillow. But fear not, because ChatGPT is the gold. You drop the whole thing in and you say, give me the 5 most important takeaways, show me contradictions, pull out action items, or whatever it is you need to know. And suddenly you learn exactly what you needed in minutes instead of scanning the whole document. If you had to scan it manually, you'd have an existential crisis by page 70. It's like having an analyst on call. And the best part is it doesn't get tired or bored. That's document analysis on steroids. Just like my book CreatorCore is product creation on steroids. Get the free quick start guide in the description. But anyway, ChatGPT doesn't just read, it can also act. And that is the next one. Number 3, acting as a simulation engine. A friend of mine had a job interview lined at this big tech company. He was freaking out the night before. You know that nervous energy where you're just pacing around, thinking, oh god, what if they ask me something I can't answer? So I told him to run the interview with ChatGPT first. He was like, oh come on man, you and your ChatGPT. But he did it anyway. He gave it some details and asked it to roleplay his interview. For half an hour he went back and forth with it, asking it questions, rephrasing stuff, and this ChatGPT kept pushing him. On the next day, when the real interview came, he said it felt like déjà vu. The questions weren't the same, of course, but the rhythm, the pressure, the follow-up, he'd already been through it. He ended up getting the job and I haven't heard from him since. But yeah, it definitely works. Just like this next one. Number 4, generating structured frameworks. Everyone talks about ChatGPT writing text, but few realize it can build systems. For example, you can ask it to create a 6-week training program for fitness with weekly goals, or map out a product launch for your product. It doesn't just throw random tips at you. It creates blueprints, frameworks you can actually follow. I had it build me a whole content calendar system. Tasks, deadlines, themes, everything. Honestly, it feels like I've hired a project manager. Everything I do has a process, a time and a place. It feels professional, and an AI helped me do it. But ChatGPT isn't just a planner, it's also the best brainstormer ever. Number 5, connecting unrelated ideas. I had this friend who was selling handmade candles online, or trying to. The problem was that every candle store sounds the exact same. Cozy, calming, lavender, vanilla, boring. So I told her to try something different. I told her, why don't you have ChatGPT brainstorm and combine your product with something that you love? And she was an avid gamer. She was like, oh, you and your ChatGPT, you... But the result was genius. ChatGPT came back with product names for candles like Mana Potion and Critical Hit Citrus. It suggested these RPG-style product descriptions like +10 intelligence when lit at your desk. And she liked it, she leaned into it, she branded the whole shop around it, and suddenly she wasn't competing with 10,000 other Etsy shops selling vanilla and lavender. She had a niche, a hook, and customers who actually got excited. And it's ChatGPT's brainstorms that gave her the idea. Isn't that actually insane? And super useful, like this next one. Number 6. self-criticizing and improving output. You know when you're using ChatGPT and sometimes the answers are just straight whack and you're going, more like this, not like this, make it better. Just stop. What you should tell it instead is to roast itself. I once had it write a script draft and it came out boring as hell. So I said, I find this so boring. What is boring about this? What's weak about this? Where will people get bored? Why did you write it so boring? And ChatGPT actually roasted itself and identified the weak points in its draft and it fixed them. The rewrite it gave me after that was immediately so much better. So I continued roasting it and asking it, what's bad about this? And why do you suck so much as a writer? And it continued improving until at one point it was just more of the same. So essentially this is one of the ways to reach a good output. You just have to roast ChatGPT. But be careful, because it feels so bad to make it read all stuff and to roast it. Like so bad, like poor ChatGPT. I don't want to be like this. Please just bear with me, please. But it's insane how the AI improves on itself. It's actually a delight to watch and very useful. And those are all the things that I wanted to share. For now, which one do you think is the most useful? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. That will tremendously lift my spirits onto greater heights. If you want to dominate with ChatGPT, check out my guidebook CreatorCore in the description. The quick start is free and the full version gives you everything you need to build your own product creation system. All the best in your endeavors and I'll see you in the next one.